And so we return back to Boston by night. Following one Alice, as she, of course, awakens on another night after having a small conversation with some of the residents of their house. Alice, you awaken on the bed. You poke your head up first. That you can feel the baseball cap, that you wear kind of scrunched over your head, the fin poking you in the back of the skull as you roll around that little bit. You look around the room, unlike the rest of the times you've ever woken up here, it's dark. The lights are off. You can feel the bit of stickiness of probably that popcorn, on your fingers, but yeah, it's a bit on the sheets as well. You can't really see anything. The slight, flickering glow of the laptop lights is, it's flickering, low battery. Other than that, it's pretty pitch dark in here. You can't see past the banisters on the bed. What do you do?
Probably immediately, especially like considering the various stimuli we've got here. She will first off just reach up and kind of lazily flick her hat off of her head, let it kind of tumble onto the bed, and fish around, especially if she's still in her cocoon, kind of like paw around a little bit to find that popcorn bag, because why did she do this?
You managed to find it. It's a bit, splayed out. It's some of it's kind of spread out onto the bed.
Oh
You can't
shit.
really tell, but probably some onto the floor too. It's a lot emptier from what you remember.
Fuck. Yeah, she'll just kind of pry out the bag, set that on that bedside table. 90% muscle memory there. The table suddenly moved. She's fucked. But nah, she just kind of reaches back and plunks it down.
You plunk it down.
Yep.
Again, you still can't really see very far. Yeah, you can. You can see the usual objects there, the chairs, fireplace kind of outline, but no, that it's that sense of you're in pitch black. You can't really see real like proper detail or anything.
Yeah, she just kind of paws around as she realizes, oh shit, my laptop, and stretches over to grab it, pull it over, just kind of slap the top shut, and then like does the thing where you reel halfway off the bed, pawing around for the cord, go to plug it in and set it down on the floor next to the bed, kind of tuck it half under so it won't get accidentally stood on, and then perhaps properly appreciate it's so fucking dark. So she'll putter up out of the bed, probably have a bunch of popcorn fall off of her as she does so, kind of pull a face, and put her on autopilot for the general area of the door and, well, presumably the light switch.
Well, you go to get off the bed, in natural kind of routine, looking for those fluffy slippers.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't in the place you expect them. One of them's definitely there. You can feel it's kind of off point. They're usually perfectly aligned to where you twist, to where your feet will land. So straight in. This one is kind of near the bottom of the bed, but you manage to stretch it, hook
She
it on
does.
the end of your foot. The other one is lost to the world at this point.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, but you kind of meander your way through the bedroom, arm outstretched, trying not to crack your knees or hips on anything.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually palm the wall a bit. You hit the light switch. You know it is. It's next to the door. And the room is illuminated. Those bright reds standing out as per usual there. The thick carpet around. But you look around. Your usual, well, washed, freshly ironed, neatly packed up clothes kind of just thrown over the chair. The insides of the casing, the chest, little footlocker you have, it's open and you can see it's been rummaged around in a bit all over the place, rather neatly stacked, everything in high order, color, all that kind of stuff. You spot the other rogue slipper on the top of the other chair, just kind of hanging there. There's popcorn all over the floor, crumbs of things, and just it looks like a fucking pigsty in here.
Um, She will probably first and foremost be kind of concerned that the trunk is open and just go over to make sure anything of significant importance is still there. Kind of rummage. The laptop was still on the bed, so that's there.
You check through it. Everything is still there. It's just it's normally neatly packed in very tightly. This is just kind of skewed all over the footlocker. It's all out of order. It's all just kind of lying on sides, just kind of thrown in.
Yeah, when she confirms at least the things that she's in particular concerned about are still there, she kind of shakes her head and figures that's weird and is a little peeved that someone came in and just rummaged through her shit, but just kind of shakes her head and shuts the trunk and looks over at the popcorn and feeling at least a little bad about that, will go about the process of actually plucking it all up off the floor, tossing it back in the bag.
Yeah, you attempt that. Attempt is the key word here. As it being there all day, quite the warm, temperate room.
Oh,
It's kind of melted into the fluffy cup, and it's all sticky. There's
oh
clumps of it left
no.
in the caramel slash sugar. I just yeah, it's not nice. It's that horrible kind of fluffy, sticky clumps, and you can clearly see it.
Ah, shit. Yeah, she'll do her best to get up what she can, and honestly, probably hook the other slipper and kind of awkwardly try to like back of the hands the doorknob to go find a bathroom to like wash her hands off with because they're now covered in sticky gross.
Oh yeah, so you go outside, well, out your room,
Yep,
kind of
out into the hall in her PJs and her slippers.
go out. You kind of look around. The first bathroom the first door on your left is the bathroom, so you make your way there. You don't hear the sound of music playing. That kind of slow jazz is normally playing downstairs. You don't hear that at all, and the lights are off.
Like in the whole house?
Yep.
She will be somewhat concerned, but go ahead and wash her hands off first because that is the grossest feeling.
So you go into the bathroom. You kind of like backhand the light switch again. It illuminates up. Again, these bathrooms very nice. Granite tops. Fancy sinks, all that kind of jazz. You wash your hands and get all the sticky goo off and shit like that.
Yep, dries her hands off and just kind of out of habit flicks the switch on her way out, only to step into the hall and be met with blackness again and be like, well, shit.
And yeah, you're in the hole. It's dark. You can't hear shit because, well, there's nothing to hear.
She kind of, she was going to go back and change, but as it is, she'll leave her door cracked open because that's where she left it. And she takes off to the left, kind of meandering down the hall, probably sticking a hand on the wall so that she can feel when she gets to the stairs because the wall will suddenly disappear.
So you turn left, mean tracing down the right side of the wall. Eventually, it does disappear onto the banister. Your hand kind of traces down, lulling over the top of it. You look over the banister. You can see there's lamps on. It's not total darkness in here. There's lamps. The coffee table's lit up where Polo is, of course, sat reading his newspaper, sipping tea.
Hey, hello?
He looks up at you. Oh, hello.
Is everything okay?
Yes,
It's very dark tonight.
it is dark every night.
It's dark inside tonight.
Oh, it is.
Do you know why it's dark inside tonight?
He turns, looks to the left, away from you, scanning the newspaper. You can even see his eyes kind of scanning through it. He turns back up to you. Oh, guidelines.
Oh. Guidelines for who?
Everyone.
Oh. Okay.
It's okay.
It is?
He shuts the paper, puts it on his lap, and just you hear him clap, and the lights come on.
Like the whole house comes on?
There's the main lights in there.
Like downstairs where he is?
Yeah, you see the lamp next to him turn off, the lamp across the hall turn off, but the main, the big light
The
turns
overhead
on.
light, yeah.
Big light, British, big light. The big light comes on.
Okay.
But yeah, so this room, however, is illuminated.
Oh.
You can see the stairs off to your left.
And yeah, I assume it's just as dark up the stairs and whatnot.
I mean, there's light up there, but it's not like the overhead lights, the usual kind of lights that are on.
And she kind of glances to the stairs and then leans over the banister again. Hey, Polo, is Niall here?
Yes, here's someone.
Okay. And she will pause, briefly backtrack. Do the pajamas have pockets?
Yeah, why not?
That makes them the best pajamas she has ever owned.
Damn
And yeah,
right.
she goes rooting through, and admittedly, she had kind of thrown her clothes around when she took them off in the first place. So she goes rooting for her phone and her headset, and plugs the headset in, tucks the phone in her pocket, plops the headset around her neck, stays in her PJs because she doesn't know what the fuck, but she's not going anywhere. And putters back out. And we'll pause and have a brief conversation with herself, as it were, at the base of that upward staircase. More of a weighing. Is one night long enough? Fuck it. And yeah, we'll start reaching for the rail because she has no idea how far it's going to be illuminated or if there's part of it's going to be in the dark. We'll go ahead and start
These
up.
just so these stairs upwards are massive. It's probably about what 10, 15 steps.
Oh, okay.
It's just this place is quite obviously elevated again. There's a banister on the wall, but it is kind of like a corridor staircase.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. She'll probably just put a hand on it for the sake of, like, I don't know, moral support. Not really grabbing it per se, and yeah, just goes ahead and heads up the stairs.
So you head up the stairs, illuminated by the again kind of lamp. The ceiling kind of goes that awkward, This is rooftop ceiling, so it's slanted. You turn the corner.
I do.
There is a woman sitting down. You can see the flare of laptop screen by her face. She's sitting down right outside a door at the end of the corridor. Like with the laptop like right up in front of her face.
And yeah, she'll fuck it, wrap a knuckle on the wall as she gets to the top of the stairs. Just so that she can't be accused of being sneaky in the dark or something, and start puttering down towards the door.
The woman nearly drops the laptop.
Oh. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Half her face is covered with her blonde hair.
Sorry, last time you heard me coming up the stairs, I didn't think I'd surprise you.
I didn't hear you coming up the stairs at all. Who are you?
Oh, Blanks? Alice?
Oh. Still sitting on the floor, looking up at you. Like hiding through her hair, essentially. Oh, right. Awkwardly closes laptop, stands up, sticks out hand so it's right in front of your face.
She will offer her hand.
Zoe.
Oh. She blinks. Wasn't it Zoe last time? Out of character?
Nope.
Was it?
Chloe.
Okay. I got them mixed up. Without even meeting any but one of them. Okay, sweet. Yeah, she takes the hand, guides it back down to normal handshake levels as opposed to her face levels. Yeah, good to meet you.
You met my sisters then?
Yeah, one of them.
2, 0?
I think I've only met Chloe.
Oh, 0 said you had met her.
Am I?
So,
Kind of thinks.
stern woman outside the door.
Oh, did she give a name while she was outside the door?
Nope.
Yeah, she just kind of looks a little
But they-
spaced.
But her and Chloe looked exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's like there's a little spaced moment of, oh, I didn't even realize.
Like, she looks exactly the same. It's just she hides her hair. Like,
Yep.
hides half her face. Same height, same clothes, same everything.
Yeah, so when she says you met 0, she's like, I didn't even realize. I guess we didn't exchange names.
We're triplets. She
Yeah.
gulps.
Yeah, I heard. Gives a faint smile.
Do you want to go in?
If it's okay.
Bites lip. 1 minute. Comes in, gone for about 30 seconds, comes back out. Yeah, it's okay.
Thanks. Those are an easy, kind of mellow smile again.
Gives you the most nervous, like, yeah. Opens the door, picks up laptop, follows you in, scuttering like a fucking rat.
Aw.
So you enter the bedroom. The first thing you're met with is darkness. It's pretty much pitch black in here, apart from the large 70-inch plasma screen TV on the wall. It's on. It's not playing anything even. You kind of see, the faint white line tracing down as, idle. The little logo of the kind of bouncing between the corners, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's enough to illuminate the room a little bit.
Yeah, she kind of turns a glance that way because it's the only source of light. Then, of course, immediately trails a glance down to the couch because, I mean, the TV's on. That's just kind of automatically where you look first.
I mean, from this angle, you can't really tell, but it looks like there's somebody on there.
Ivy?
And oh, of course, this is our top answer. She turns and looks up at you. You see the expression on her face. It's not the bright smile you're used to seeing. It's not anything. The hair, it's kind of, matted and, not even dyed anymore. It's just straight brown. She turns and looks at you. You can see bits of dried blood around her eyes. They're kind of the red stain. It's been wiped away, but it still leaves that red stain for being there. Even a bit down coming from her nose as she just turns, looks at you with probably the most pained expression you've ever seen her with. She looks a mess.
Hey. What's wrong?
It's the kind of forced half smile. She looks at you. It's nothing.
Can I come sit with you?
She just, meekly nods.
Yeah, she will kind of very that slow, careful picking because she's not as familiar with the layout of Ivy's room as her own. So yeah, she may even like bump the couch, kind of misjudging a little bit, but yeah, she'll come around. And I don't know if Ivy's going to scrunch or if there's just a spot that is clear, but one way or another.
You walk around, you see she's just got a tank top on. You can't see her legs because she's got a blanket wrapped around her, and she's just kind of scrunched up on the right hand side, left to you.
And yeah, she'll circle around and catch a seat, and once she has, just kind of, I mean, Yeah, just kind of opens an arm to her.
She looks at you for a second and looks at the arm. And she'll just kind of start kind of moving out from the safety of the blanket a bit, stretching the legs. You're pretty sure you hear a bone cracking as she does that.
Oof.
One of her knees, letting out that gas as she just kind of walks over it. Yeah, not walks, but kind of shuffles across and curls up onto you.
Yeah, she just, once she settles on, wraps her up. Bad night.
Bad night.
It's okay. She'll make some cursory attempt to like tuck back a little bit of her hair, since it's kind of a mess.
You can even feel like there's like blood in the hair. Not much, but you can feel it. That kind of almost like ratty stickiness to it.
This stiff, kind of scabby.
Yeah.
Bleh. You want to talk?
I don't mind.
So, what's wrong?
Bad dream. Yeah. Bad dream.
Just out of curiosity, has Alice had any dreams since being sired? Like, I don't know, I've heard that sometimes that they don't at all.
No.
Okay.
Unless you have nightmares, you don't. You just kind of, basically turn off and then turn back on again.
Yeah, she kind of scrunches her brow for half a second, just kind of like, oh, but shrugs. Fair enough. Does that mean you have good dreams too?
Yeah. Just, yeah. She just kind of cuts herself off and just nods into you.
Well, I'm sorry they sucked.
Not your fault.
I can blame myself for a lot of things, but not bad dreams.
She just kind of meekly nods into your shoulder a little bit. Roll me a perception alertness real quick.
Okie dokie. I can do that.
Good. Do it.
What is the diff? I don't know if it is site-based. I don't know if the dark will affect it. I don't know what's going on.
It is site-based. So whatever your normal diff is. So diff 6 minus whatever.
Okay. I didn't know if the dark was going to counter raise it in return or something. So, yay. All the successes.
Oh yeah, she kind of nestles in. Fuck, she got 5 successes. Yeah, she nestles into you a bit. You can see. Well, one of the first things you see is there's kind of like marks on the back of her knuckles and down her fingers, especially on her right hand, as she kind of not grasps, but kind of pulls the blanket over herself and over your legs a little bit. With 5 successes, you can see quite clearly they are bite marks. You can even see the incisor marks and even the fangs.
Jesus Christ.
Just multiple, all down her fingers, all across the back of her knuckles.
And yeah, she'll let her pull up the blanket. In fact, will not touch the hand, but like reach over and snag the trailing corner to tuck it a little more firmly around her own legs. So there's more of a cocoon. Must have been really rough. Did you want a movie? Or you just like it like that?
Sometimes I just like the quiet.
That's okay too.
What did you want to talk about?
I was gonna come see if you were okay after that shit last night.
I'm fine.
Well, I would have believed you were fine about last night. You don't seem to be very fine.
She doesn't say anything, but you can feel her grip on the right hand as it's on top of the blanket. You can just feel her grip.
It's okay. You don't. I mean, if you want to talk about anything, I'm right here, and if you don't, we can just sit and be quiet. It's okay.
I'm not like her. Am I?
Like who?
I uh, uh, she kind of, yeah, you can see the tension in her face, like she wants to say it but she can't.
If it was someone that you don't want to be like, then, I mean, I assume it's for some sort of good reason, at which point I'd have to say probably not. Because you've been great.
I don't want to be like her.
What did she do?
So much.
All of it bad?
She just nods.
Then you're nothing like her at all.
You're not saying that because it's what I want to hear, are you?
No. You've never done anything nasty or mean to me. So if all she did were mean and nasty things, can't possibly be alike. She kind of gives like that matter of course little shrug.
She kind of sits up pretty rapidly, and she like kind of lurches forward towards you, like right into your face. You can even her hands kind of grabbing the side of your cheeks, and she kind of pulls your face to look at her and looks right into your eyes,
She
like glaring.
gets a very startled reaction because she's been so lax up until now that just the motion kind of startles Alice into sitting a little more bolt upright, but she doesn't like shove her off or anything.
Is that what you want to say?
That's how it really is. I can only tell you what I know, and you've never done anything bad to me.
Are you sure?
I think if you had done something terrible, it would have stuck, you know? Be right at the top of my head. I can't think of anything.
She kind of shuts her eyes. You know that thing where you kind of push your lips together tightly.
Mm-hmm.
She does that for a second, opens up again. You even feel her tension around your face, kind of the grip hardens a little bit. I need. I, I need you to be. I need you to be serious with me, Alice. Think. Have I ever?
You've never hurt me. Not once. You've never done anything malicious to me.
She stares at you for the longest time.
You were there even when I was going through the worst shit I'd ever gone through. And all you did was make it better.
She does the thing again, shuts her eyes. You can even see it this time. She grits her teeth. And she looks away a bit. I'm sorry.
You don't need to be sorry.
Then she backhands you. Whack! It's hard. It hits. You even feel the connection. She just full on backhands you.
She probably gives a yelp because, let's face it, she wasn't expecting that. There's no, being all fucking ballsy and not making a noise when you get randomly backhanded.
As you kind of, slump down a little bit, do you pick yourself back up or do you go, full down?
I mean, it's a backhand unless she's doing it with she's been practically on her lap. It's not like she's going to go on the floor from a single backhand. So no, she kind of lurches over a little bit, rubs her cheek, and
she just grabs your face again and pulls you directly back to her eyes. And she just stares at you, their eyes wide. You can even see the pupils are dilated to fuck.
Yeah, you can hear the door slamming and someone sprinting downstairs.
She just kind of rubs her cheek and looks kind of alarmed and confused, like you would.
Now I need. Please.
Well, now.
Have I ever hurt you?
I mean, yeah, that stung pretty good.
And as you say that, you feel the tension of her hands just kind of drop loose as she almost falls back. It's like the sheer just pressure of everything. The muscles just relaxing as she falls backward onto the sofa.
Yeah, she once go kind of slumps back, still kind of rubbing her cheek and looking a bit confused, but assuming that this was a way of testing the honesty of the statement. She kind of start shrugging herself back up. Glance over. You okay? Still rubbing her cheek. Jesus Christ. She can feel that in her jaw. Fuck.
She just shakes her head.
Do you want to come back over? Kind of finally lets go of her face and offers the arm again.
She crawls over a little bit. Even more sheepish this time.
And yeah, much as before, she's not going to forcibly pull her, but kind of guidingly offers some support in the process, and yeah, just kind of helps guide and tug her back into her lap. Even helps pull the blanket back up over again.
I'm sorry.
My cheek will survive. I've had other guys' girlfriends slap me way harder. It's okay. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but...
So sorry.
You don't need to be sorry. I'm sure there was a reason.
There's reason for everything. There's
Mhm.
always a reason. Always a reason. There's a reason for everything.
I'm pretty sure that's part of the guidelines somewhere.
It's part of my guidelines. There's always a reason.
It's okay. I trust that it is a good reason. No, I don't. I don't know her, but you're still not like her.
You don't want to know her.
I believe you.
You really don't want to know her.
If she made you feel this badly. And no, I don't.
She was the reason I struggled to feel anything.
Well, then she sounds like a bitch.
She kind of, you can see her, she kind of rolls the knuckles on the right hand. You can still see grasping hold. Those bite marks, you can even see the flesh moving. These, some of them pincer marks, where the fangs have gone through.
Mm-hmm.
No, pretty fresh open wounds. No blood pouring out of them, but you could see the flesh and even to the bone of some of the fingers. Some of them more rugged, like incisor marks and stuff like that.
Yeah, she glances down. I mean, I don't know about physically, but you feel more than I do in some ways, right?
Heroin.
She blinks.
That's how she did it.
That is incredibly fucked up.
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, she's not here now. I hope she's properly dead. Oh shit.
Actually, I have the perfect interjection for this. And while Ivy is crying into your shoulder, you just hear loud crashing coming from downstairs.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Just sounds like someone is falling all the way down.
Oh God. Is that what it sounds like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh Jesus. Running down the stairs in the dark with only one eye visible is maybe not the best plan.
It sounds like someone. At first, you can hear someone bum 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 downstairs. Then you hear do 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 of two people. One is still climbing, and then you just hear bam boom doom 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 doom.
Oh Jesus. Gee, you know what? You know what? I feel like that is cause enough that it will be kind of dependent on whether Ivy will let her get up for a moment.
She's not going to resist.
Yeah, she says, I will be... Like, especially when she hears the thudding. Says, I will be right back. Just let me do one thing. And she will very gingerly, like, lift Ivy up, carefully kind of extricate herself and tip Ivy very gingerly down. And then kind of does that rush scamper you do when you're not quite running, but like zips for the door and like feels on the knob for a lock. Assuming it's just like a push button, and yeah, she pops it.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you leg it down the hallway.
Huh? Oh no, she just pops the lock on the door. She stays secure in that room. There's violence happening outside, and it's careening towards this room.
Zoe bang on the door, like bam, 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 bam.
What's happening?
Niall fell down the stairs.
What? He fell. Oh Jesus, Ivy, I will be right back. Oh Christ, and yeah, she.
If you look at the rolls, that's Niall and Zoe's death. That actually botched and he failed.
Yeah, she pops the lock open and takes a glance back at Ivy to make sure she's not like getting any worse.
You can't see her. She's lying down at this point. Okay. So you can't see her over the couch.
Yeah, she will unlock the door.
She didn't reply when you said something, by the way.
Huh?
She didn't reply when you kind of called out to her.
She just kind of clenches her teeth for a second. Yeah, pops the doorknob and goes ahead and slips out.
Zoe looks like she's crying. You have to go get him. You two have to go to help Ivy.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Just go. You know, like just push her essentially.
Yeah, she goes. Yeah, goes for Niall. Oh God, she will be more careful about picking her way down the stairs, especially now that someone's taking a fucking tumble.
Roll me that death athletics.
Oh God, this is gonna end in tragedy. We're all just gonna fall down the stairs together. She fails.
It's a long way down.
I mean, the first set isn't that long, but yeah, her foot like just straight slides out from under her, and she rides the last couple stairs on her butt. Just like, oh shit. God, what? Are there fucking clap-on lights up here too?
You just hear repeated clapping.
The lights flicking on and off.
Poor Zoe. She's like above, like rapidly clapping.
Okay, that's too many claps. Too many claps.
No, get down the stairs. Get down the stairs.
I'm trying. It's even harder with a strobe light. Yeah.
She looks like all laughing at the side. She's like panic, like hyperventilating.
Yeah. She will.
Clapping.
Oh God, does she eventually stop?
Nope.
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, well, now she has strobe light lighting. And will more carefully pick her way down this staircase and actually not rush it because she really can't afford to like break her fucking neck.
Hang on, I'm just gonna stop.
We're just gonna walking pace this one.
He fell. Fuck.
Did he fall down the big set of stairs?
He botched Tom. He went over the side.
Oh God!
Oh my God.
Look at the roll. Look at the first roll I made. I tried to roll for him to catch on and he failed, so he went all the way down.
Oh,
but he's so too that badly broken up. But yeah, he fell off the side of the stairs, Tom.
Okay. Niall, like, as she gets towards the bottom, glancing around.
You just hear, mate.
Oh God. Yeah, she'll hurry over and like go to gather him up.
His arm is like fucking bent.
Okay, not that arm then. The other arm. Start hauling him up, tuck him around her shoulder.
All right, love. Stairs. Where's Ivy?
Room. We're going. Lights next time?
No, just go. Just all that stuff.
Yeah, she says this as she's like grabbing the rail so that she can more readily haul him along with her.
It is probably the first time you've heard Niall actually ever get serious with you. Like it's the tonal shift. Love, get up the fucking stairs.
We're going.
As he spends blood, obviously healing off his bashing, he starts taking off, like really just like nearly almost shoving you out of the way as he's running upstairs.
Oh shit, yeah. Thankfully she grabbed the rail, covers, and yeah, goes ahead and bolts up after him.
Are you clapping on the lights, or are you going blind with Niall?
If Zoe has finally stopped clapping so that she can just clap them on and know they will stay that way, she will do so.
Okay, you don't have to roll.
Yeah.
Niall almost like literally pushes Zoe out of the way. Zoe goes flying as he's running towards the door.
Yeah, and she will shoot Zoe an apologetic look, but go ahead and run past.
Zoe like lies there in a slump. She's sobbing. Did you lock the door?
Oh no, I can't. You can't lock a push button lock from the outside.
So yeah, so he pushes it, and like both of you hurl in.
Couch.
In the pitch, but couch, right? Vault, like probably runs into the couch, effectively knocks himself over, stumbles up over it, climbs over it like a fucking chameleon. Love, I need you to help me, love. Alice.
What are we doing?
And you just see him wrestling over the couch, like literally he's fighting with something.
What are you?
Alice, get the fuck! You know what I mean? He snarls.
Coming over. She just doesn't know what he's trying to accomplish.
From what you can tell in the dark, Niall is holding Ivy's mouth and is trying to push away her hand from her mouth.
Yeah, she'll come around and take firmly a hold of her wrists if she can, and just try to hold them in her own.
You can even see through as Niall's got hold of her jaw and pushing it down as the top, kind of pushing her mouth apart essentially as you pull the left hand out this time. You're grabbing. Do you grab both wrists or just the one?
Oh, she'll go for both.
You grab both wrists and kind of hold them above her head. She's kicking. Like if Niall wasn't like basically sitting on her, you're pretty sure she would have been like up and out by now. But he sat on her pretty firmly. You can even feel like the strength that she's doing now. She's not overly strong, but it's like if she really wanted to do this, she could probably pull you over.
Jesus. Yeah. No, and yeah, she'll pull the hands up because it's a lot harder to force them back down than it is to like clench them up against you, so. Yep. She will just keep wrestling to hold her hands up and away from her face.
And you can just see blood tears are streaming down the side of her face. Just like she's like eventually she looks like she's just bleeding out of her eyes rather than crying. It's just pouring out. So she eventually kind of just relaxes. Blinks a few times, looks and pulls her head away to look away from both of them.
Yeah, Niall doesn't like force her to look at anybody. It just kind of gently releases his hand slowly.
And she will kind of pitch him an inquisitive glance, like, is it safe?
He has more or less that expression in the picture I have. It's probably the most worried you've ever seen this chipper looking derp ever have.
She will at the very least try to shift her hold so that instead of like literally grabbing her and restraining her by the wrist, it's more of a holding her hands type thing.
Phone, stop.
Stop calling me.
I didn't need to. Phone, I don't know why. It's like, God
damn it, Tawna.
So good at this.
Way to break the immersion.
I'm sorry.
She relaxes. Yeah, you can even see now. You feel her wrists, Alice. You know the muscles relax; they're not tense anymore. But it's, your hands kind of where they are on your right hand on her right hand, and she's kind of like top of the head towards you. Yeah, you could feel the bite marks. They they do not feel nice at all.
No, she will just, like I said, she will just shift her hold so that instead of having her forcibly grabbed around the wrists, it's more like, I mean, it's still a bit tight, but she's holding her actually like palm to palm, holding her hands.
You can see Niall leaning down and whispering stuff into Ivy's ear as you're holding her. You can probably tell he's attempting to calm her in some way.
And yeah, she sits back and gnaws on her lower lip, but just holds the hands.
As you see Niles pretty preoccupied. You see coming through the door, kind of just stepping over the Zoe, who is face planted, crying, very almost gingerly and quite nervous to even approach. She doesn't come up to you, but she comes kind of close to you, looking at you, kind of half hunched down, just like, please don't look at me like that. Should should I get the jacket?
Brow kind of creases. Do you mean what I think you mean?
She just kind of nods a little bit.
No, I'll sit here all night if I have to.
Okay. All right. And she kind of looks at Niall as she sees Ivy like that. She just starts slowly backing away, and she actually turns more to a run when she's kind of out of the respectable talking distance. And you even hear her as she shuts the door very, very gently. Even turning the lock so it doesn't even make a sound as the latch kind of clasps against the other part of the door latch. You can hear muffled talking as she's probably picking up Zoe from outside.
Oh, thank God. Poor Zoe. No, she keeps holding the hands, and if there is some part of the back of her hand that isn't mauled in some small area, we'll be just kind of idly rubbing it with her thumbs. Just some sort of sensory input.
All right, love. Alice and I are going to sit you up. All right? He'll just look at Alice and kind of nod. Waiting for Ivy's word, essentially.
She just nods very shallowly.
And yeah, she will lower the hands and begin to, probably like glancing over, making sure Niall's like on point. We'll probably release the one that will end up on his side so that she can kind of help hoist her up into a seated position.
Mm-hmm. You could tell that Niall is very used to doing this on his own. He's just very graceful and very fluid.
And as you sit her up, but her eyes are just straight down. The head pointed downwards. She doesn't say anything. She sits cross-legged as you've hoisted her up that bit.
And does she have like a master bedroom style thing where she has like a bathroom and everything attached?
Oh yeah, this bedroom is pretty fucking big.
Yeah. So she'll glance over to Niall. Are you okay if I get up for just a second?
Yeah, go ahead, love. I got her. You're all right. And he's just rubbing Ivy's knee very slowly, keeping hold of one of her hands.
And yeah, assuming there's no adverse reaction, she'll very gently release the other hand and hop up, and thank goodness everything's red. She'll go into the bathroom and probably close the door before turning the light on, just because she seems to prefer the dark right now, and will secure herself like a hand towel and run it under the sink, squeegee out most of the water, and flick the light off and reemerge, taking a moment in the doorway to readjust to the dark.
I will say, just as point. Hand towels are red.
That's what I figured. Everything seems to be red. Convenient in this case.
Reason for everything.
Yep. So yeah, she will gingerly pick her way back over to the couch and plop down back on the one side of Ivy and just kind of lean over to try to look at her. Hey, you okay? If I use this?
Again, just that very small, slow nod.
And yeah, she will start by just beginning to like gingerly pull her hair back and start carefully wiping clean her face first. That and again, there's no telling how much sensory input she's getting, but the cool thing, like the cool wet cloth, is something.
You know what? I can actually roll for that.
Yep.
All right, you do it. She doesn't seem like as you kind of put it up to her face, you can that kind of reflexive kind of move backwards a little bit, but she doesn't seem to react to any other ways. You just kind of start wiping her face. Like even as you move up to the eyes don't even close shut.
Yeah, she'll just carefully clean her face off, and then for the moment at least, the hair that is going to need washing. That is not something she can just do with a hand towel. But she will probably, considering how much she's bitten her arm, is there any real leakage there, or has there been?
Not really. No, you just see the punctures out, the kind of the punctures from obviously the fangs and the kind of gnawed little bits where the rest of the teeth have been through. There's quite a lot of them. You can definitely see them on the hands for sure. A lot of pressure on the left hand now, but the arms have bits and pieces on them.
Yeah, then she will mostly concern herself with just washing her face and her neck. Anywhere where there's been a lot of leakage, a lot of blood staining. And was there any sort of first aid kit type thing in there while she was rooting around?
There was a medicine cabinet, but I will presume you went straight for the hand towels. You didn't really look in that.
She did. So she'll at least clean that much off. So, just kind of feel like there. That's at least a little better. See if we can't do something about your arms. She'll go ahead and hoist herself up again, and again, just kind of pick her way over. And, yeah. Let Niall take over and see if she can root through that medicine cabinet and find something like bandaging, because a straitjacket is just fucking humiliating. But bandaging is something.
You just hear soft whispers, from Niall. Very incredibly soothing. He seems to be just talking to Ivy directly, just still keeping hold of the hand.
You make your way back to the bathroom. You shut the door behind you, assuming, turning on the light.
Mm-hmm.
You look around. In here, it's a nice bathroom. Everything like in this house is really nicely done up. It looks quite modern. You look around. Cubicle, shower, island bath on those little legs, the little gold legs. Kind of just in the middle. You see off to the left where where there probably was a toilet, obviously not really needed in this room. There's a sink where you kind of drained it in. There's a medicine cabinet above it.
Yep, she will, for the moment, if there's a hamper, flick the towel into that, and go straight for the medicine cabinet, start rooting through, see what she's got to work with.
It's one of those mirrored ones, so you open the mirror and essentially you look inside, and there is just three shelves, so one at the top, one in the middle, then obviously the bottom kind of thing for the whole cabinet. There is just rolls of bandages, very neatly placed in. Roll after
It's-
roll after roll of bandages.
Yeah, it's almost like they know. It's crazy. Yep. She will snag some of those. If they're the type that self-adhere, awesome. If not, she'll go looking for the little butterfly clips.
They've all got kind of, as you kind of pick a roll up, they're all equally spaced out. They're like the crepe bandages.
Okay, so self-adhering?
No, they're like, fuck. I know them as crepe bandages. I don't know what the fuck they're actually called. Crepe bandage. It's probably like, not a crepe. That's a pancake. Oh, it is a crepe. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. It's also like crepe pepper, which is that thin, kind of crinkly stuff.
Yeah, it's those. They've all got like safety pins in them. Like,
No, perfect. Then yeah, she will just better overkill than underkill and grab like snag two of the rolls.
all right, you take two of the rolls.
Yep, and they got pins in them. You said, right?
Yep.
Is this the stuff that's padded enough that it's actually meant to be used against skin, or let me look what you're talking about here?
Yeah. So let me crepe. So yeah, that's mind blowing. It's actually called crepe. I was like cret.
Oh, the crepe bandages are self-adhering. Yeah.
But yeah, like those things.
Okay.
So kind of like the woolly cotton bandage type thing.
Yep. So yeah, she'll snag two rolls. And is there anything else in the medicine cabinet, or is it literally just bandages?
Yeah, there is. You look in, you kind of see it's. No, that's the first thing you see. They're neatly kind of at the front,
Mm-hmm.
grab these kind of thing. But you look around a bit more, kind of moving a few out the way, and especially as you pull the two out, you can see there's like pill bottles in here at the back on every shelf.
She'll take a weather glance.
The labels have been scratched off. There's pills in there.
I mean, she does have a decent medicine score. She's reasonably familiar with shit, though prescriptions, it's anyone's guess. She'll like twist one open and glance into it just to see if it's something that's easy to visually identify.
Roll me intelligence medicine.
Yeah, will do.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is with that. These aren't too hard to identify, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Yeah, you even just look at the bottle, and you know straight away what these are. These are Xanax.
That is decidedly interesting, considering that, as far as she knows, that won't work directly on Ivy. So, And yeah, just pops the lid back on, tucks it back in. Nudges a roll or two back right about where it was, because she did probably bump a couple, and yeah, closes the mirror and goes ahead and flicks the light before opening the door. And again, pauses for a second to kind of blink and adjust.
So yeah, you go back over. Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming Niall is still doing his thing.
Oh yeah, of course. He hasn't almost glued to Ivy essentially.
The scene hasn't much changed. They're still kind of sat there.
That is a good thing. It is better that it has stayed mellow. And yeah, she will sit back down, take one of the bandage rolls, like flick the safety pin out, tuck it in her teeth, and just gingerly reach over to recollect the hand.
No, she doesn't resist.
And yeah, she will just very gingerly, very caringly begin to wrap, starting up at the hand, making sure she covers the knuckles, and go all the way down to the elbow if she has to.
So as you pick up the hand, it's not doing it. It's limp. It's almost like she's just totally relaxed. You can roll me a perception alertness. Yeah, I'll say alertness for this.
Okay.
Yeah, slight based. I'll give you for that.
Okay.
You're bandaging up pretty carefully. You hold the wrist. You roll it round, holding it with your index finger at the bottom of the wrist. You go around the hand. Even as kindred, you know that you expect somebody just out of its general behavioral. You expect somebody to kind of you're holding hand, you're moving around the thing. You expect reaction. You get nothing.
Huh.
It's like you're literally holding a dead arm. It is lifeless.
I mean, to be fair, even as kindred, pain hurts. So, yeah, the fact that there aren't even like responsive twitches is a thing. But she will try not to mull on that too much, at least during the process. We'll just go and carefully wrap up the first arm and then kind of shift so instead of sitting next to her, she's like kneeling in front of her and see if by holding up a hand she can get Niall to let her do the other.
I mean, you flick your hand in front of Niall and his head like snaps, like round to face yours. You stare down at the bandages and you just stare at Ivy and run his hand along her cheek and then turn and look at you and then just nod very slowly. He comes off the couch and she vaults around, so he's literally right behind Ivy.
Oh yeah,
Still
he had just been holding the hand, so.
Mm-hmm. You sense he switches places, so his chin is right on Ivy's shoulder, so he still can whisper in her ear and all that type of thing.
Yep, and she will repeat the process and just very, very carefully, very surprisingly practiced, just goes ahead and same thing all the way from knuckles to elbow. Goes ahead and bandages it up, wraps it, covers the bite marks. And while it won't help with the fangs, it would, in theory, at least provide a small buffer if she manages to, like, set normal teeth to them.
You do that, you put a pin in it
Mm-hmm.
pretty easily. And now with both bandaged arms, she kind of wraps her around her midsection. Her right hand around the midsection. One arm goes up to where Niall's kind of on her shoulder and just touches the side of his hair. Kind of very softly, like stroking her nails against the back of his head a little bit.
Oh, go ahead.
Roll me perception alertness, Katie.
Okay.
Let's see how much you. I will give this for sight.
Okay. And that is one success.
That is all you need. As Niall is, she's stroking softly his hair. You see out of the corner of your eye, his hands slowly snake up, and he pops a little red flower on the side of her hair, and just like closes his hand on hers.
The third wheel vibe is strong. Still, she'll just, at this point, since the two of them are fairly immersed in each other, it's not going to leave just yet, but we'll just kind of nest up on Ivy's other side and let Niall command the better part of her attention, but just, I guess she's reclaimed both of her hands at this point if one's around her middle and one's reaching up.
So do you go to nest in beside her, or?
Yeah, pretty much. She just, like, shoulder to shoulder kind of nests up.
No, her hand comes away from her midsection a bit. She doesn't kind of wrap it around you, but kind of puts a comforting hand like towards over your knee, like kind of recognizing your presence, I guess is the best way to describe it. Her head hasn't moved. It's just eyes downwards. You can barely see her face because of the hair just covering over it.
Yeah, she just gently lays her hand on the back of hers and stays nested right there. Even goes so far as to like lean her head lightly on her shoulder.
I'm not like her.
You're not.
Not in a million years, love.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You look over at Alice, kind of like nodding her head, like agree with me type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she lets him say his first bit and then is like, yeah, there's nothing to apologize for.
You see, she kind of, just from the hair moving, kind of gaining that energy, she just kind of nods her head very short but quickly. All right. Okay. I think
you
I'm
want a shower?
okay.
Do you want a shower, love?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You look over at Alice and just give her just a gentle nod.
And yeah, she'll begin to kind of pick herself up, offering a hand.
I mean, Niles essentially scoops Ivy up into him, essentially, kind of look at you like, the light.
Yeah, she will. Yeah, once she has been scooped, yeah, we'll just pick her way across and reach in to flick the light back on now that she's gotten a pretty good idea of where that switch is. So the light spills out of the bathroom and gives him enough to see his way there.
You'll turn and look at Alice. You coming?
Sure.
Your hers is just as much as she's mine, love. It's important you know how to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You'll nestle Ivy very down, very gently. He'll actually get in with her. I can switch on the shower. He doesn't give a shit about his clothes. Looks at Alice like, incline her head like, come on.
Like just hop in the shower, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she well with that much invitation, yeah, she will hop in and actually probably reach up. Is it a shower head that can be moved?
It is the fancy kind of. You look at the shower head. It's kind of the one that's kind of just in the center of the cubicle. It's kind of like a rainfall. It's built into the ceiling.
Oh, that'll work. And yeah, she will be more than happy to dutifully go about, especially her hair, very carefully trying to coax out the clotted bits of blood, and even potentially reaching out of the shower if she needs to try to snag a comb or a brush or something if there's one nearby to carefully help pick it out. But yeah, we'll focus first on just getting all the gunk out of her hair, getting that clean. We'll wash it for her. She doesn't give a damn.
And while you're doing that, just give me a perception alertness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why you wouldn't notice this, but I will ask for a roll anyway, just in case.
Oh, I definitely notice it.
Yeah, you've seen. It's not exactly, but it's similar. As you look, you see that. Oh, it's a cool shower, from the rainfall. As you kind of begin washing her hair, mainly because Niall's blocking half of it, but you look on the other side where straight at the back wall. You see kind of little holes, and the silver kind of gleaming out of it as they're all down the wall. This is something that looks like a chemical shower, if it needs to be.
Jesus.
Kind of giving you the idea that sometimes it doesn't go this smoothly.
Fucking A.
Yeah, you can even tell by the glass. This is not exactly just plain shower. This is designed specifically for one reason.
Jesus.
But yeah, she stands there and lets you do whatever.
And yeah, she will wash her down. She has no compunctions. They're all dead people here. And she has had to do far more disgusting things than help someone with a shower.
Actually, quick question because it's important. Torna,
Yeah.
did Niall undress her?
Yeah, he did.
Sweet. All right, Alice, with those successes, I'll give you this one as well. She has a tattoo.
Does she?
She does. It's
With-
on kind of like the middle top half of her back, kind of between the shoulder blades. You just see 3. A number 3.
Thankfully, in this game I can't take rage, so it's good. Nope, that is noted and very tactically not commented on in the least. At most, Niall might catch her like glance and process that exists, but
I mean,
she doesn't even pause what she's doing.
All she has to do is just exchange looks with him. She'll get that same look. I mean, he knows it's there. You know,
Yeah.
she gets that impression. He knows it's there, and it's something he has to look at every time she's like this.
Nope. Thoroughly disgusted by the activities of other dead people. She will yeah, she will just totally bathe Ivy top to bottom. She doesn't give a damn. She will take special care with the hair, and once they've gotten that far and got her thoroughly rinsed off, and she can step out to grab a towel, because clearly toweling Ivy off counts for far more than worrying about themselves.
Totally. And as you wash the matted blood throughout her hair, you actually notice it starts to go blue again.
Oh,
There's
Jesus.
blue coming back out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And here I thought she was going to have to offer to re-dye it. No, it's just that gross.
Niall just smile and go, "There it is, love. Blue."
You just see on Ivy's face the kind of half smile. Yeah. There it is.
There it is. You look at Alice as well. There it is.
There it is indeed. She will, in fact, especially if Niall's like kind of propping her up and drying her off, we'll take care to towel the hair dry and get it floofed. It's just not the same when she doesn't have her big blue hair.
I mean, she doesn't resist.
Do you want me to get you into bed, love?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Alice and I are here. It's all right. He'll kind of loop Ivy's arm around his and just essentially, I'm assuming Alice is doing the same.
Mm-hmm.
Just guide her into the bed.
Considering that she's gotten soaked. Yeah, once they've got her in the bed, she'll snag two more of the bandages as they go out and redo them. So she's not stuck in gross wet bandaging.
After you bandage her up, the two of you just kind of still dripping wet through. Niall redresses her back into some nice pajamas.
It's essentially her favorite pajamas and tucks her in. Says out loud so Alice can hear, "Alice and I are just gonna go outside, love, and I'll be right back inside, alright? Give me 5 minutes."
She just nods, kind of lying down on the pillow.
He just kisses the top of her forehead and will just gesture Alice in the dark to kind of follow him as he feels his way towards the door. You can hear the squelch of his clothes.
Yep, she'll probably give the last hand again, the little very, very slight squeeze, not even putting a lot of pressure, just enough to be like, it's there. And then yeah, turns to follow him out.
Closes the door incredibly gently. Just rubs his face. Do you say anything to Niall?
She finally takes her cap off of her head. Just kind of looks at it. Goes, well, be a lot easier to offer to lay with her if I wasn't soaked. Kind of glances down, lifts her arms up, just looks down at her like saggy, wet clothes.
Just nod. Yeah.
Is there anything in particular to say when that happens?
Just. And she says she's sorry. Just tell her there's nothing to be sorry for.
Of course.
Thanks, love.
Yeah. You
It's-
gonna be okay?
I'm alright. I'm alright. You go on and get a shower if you need to, love. I'll keep watching till you get back.
I mean, I'll just go change into some dry clothes. I think I'll be good. Just got a shower. Very thorough.
He just nods. Again, the normally chipper, merry, it's completely gone.
Yeah, it's easy enough to tell that she's trying to deflect the seriousness of the situation by just kind of being, off-light comments is a little too real already.
I'll see you back in there. And he just, very meek, walks, opens the door, and he just doesn't seem to care that his clothes are wet and just squelches back in.
She considers asking about getting him a change of clothes, but she would have no idea where to look. But yeah, she'll go ahead and, presuming that the hall lights are on, we'll go ahead and hippity hop down the first little staircase. Slip back into the room. And just, try to find a hamper or something to drop the wet clothes in. She'll actually pause. Nah, she's not that sheepish. She'll realize maybe she should have thought to do it beforehand, but we'll zip into the hallway just long enough in the buck-ass naked to grab a towel, wander back into the room toweling herself off, change into some dry PJs, and hoof it back upstairs.
I don't know if Tom's coming back.
I assume so.
Let's just find out real quick. Because we might do more. Oh, he is. There he is. Good.
It always takes them a second to load.
Yeah, you enter back into the room, dry.
Yep.
Ivy's in the bed.
Niles in there. Niles in there.
Is he like on the bed soaking ass wet?
No, he stripped off most of his clothes. It's like, fuck it, just bleeps in.
And yeah. She will quietly let herself back in. And considering that she seems to prefer the dark, we'll detour to the bathroom door. Take a second to assess any obstacles between herself and the bed before she reaches in to turn it off so she doesn't like eat shit. And yeah, unless they suggest otherwise or react in an odd way, she will just reach in and flick off the bathroom light and then pick her way over to the bed and curl up on the side opposite Niall.
Are you getting in or getting on?
Getting on. She hasn't like gotten under the blankets or anything.
As you kind of get on the side, you and Ivy just pulls up the blankets. She to get under the covers.
And yeah, she just slides on under and yeah, much as before on the couch, just kind of curls up and nests up next to her.
I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for.
No, not all, love. I needed a shower anyway.
Yeah, it's probably overdue too. At the very least, I'm sure my clothes could have used the wash. She may or may not, like, I don't know if she can feel something that small, but she could potentially feel like the grin against her shoulder or something.
Let's find out. Because,
There's no telling with Ivy.
oh yeah, you can even like see her in the dark. You can see her like smirk a little bit.
I know for a fact that I have never washed that hat.
I'll get you a new one.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Nope. It probably needed it more than I did, even. Well, I'm glad your blue came back out. And reaches up and, like, tucks her hair again.
It never really goes.
Still my favorite color.
Still mine too. And yeah, unless either of you have anything to add or ask.
Oh, she is not sending that down another spiral. Nope. She'll just comment idly here and there and try to be good supportive company.
And yeah, as the three of them are curled up in bed, essentially, it is there we shall end this scene.